Hello students and welcome back to this video. My name is teacher Rebeca Moreno and I am really happy being here with this class made especially for you. Remember that as we have been working during these classes, this video will be useful as your homework, but I prefer the word practice, okay? Please don't forget that you should bring your notes about the virtual class to the next presential one, okay? Also, the activity or activities mentioned in the video, depending on what I ask, you should bring them as homework or as practice to the classroom just to observe your work and your progress. Don't worry. But let's stop talking and let's start with today's lesson. I'm sorry because I cannot make my presentation bigger. Something work weird with PowerPoint. So this is our presentation for today. Let's work as it is. We have, first of all, this is a quick reminder of the objective of the class, guys. Remember that knowing the objective is really good for you to check, to you personally check if you achieve them or if you are still in progress dealing with some issues to achieve that objective. And don't worry if you are not still learning, you are making little by step process, little by little each day. So don't worry. Let's see. Our objective of the day is students will be able to interview a classmate using questions by them and exchange information about their personal life. Basically, as how we have been working, that means that we are practicing speaking. And of course, as we are in an online class, as in a YouTube video, we cannot directly practice or speaking. So that means that we are not working groupally right now, okay? We are just preparing this class for the next presential class in which we are really working together, okay? So don't worry for that. Right now, this is just a quick reminder, a preparation for our next class, okay? So let's continue. We have our beginning of our class. Remember, each class we start with a different activity just to engage your attention, okay? To make it fun for you. So it's time to play, to start our class. I have here this little link. Remember, it's a word world that I made for you. We have played with word world before, so it supposedly we know the instructions. But now, as this is a video, I will spin it first, and first I will give you my example. Then I please ask you for the next questions, for the questions in the roulette. Write your answers in the chat. This is a friendly reminder, guys. Your participations in the chat are part of your qualification, so please do not forget to write. It's okay if it's a short answer, a long answer, it's okay. I just want you to practice. So let's go to our link. Let me just share my screen with you. We have here our activity. It is called All About Me, okay? So here we have a roulette with just some simple questions made for you. I'm going to answer the first one, and for the rest of them, I suggest you to please, please, please answer in the comments. Let's see. I think we can add music. Yes, let's see. Interesting. Where are you from? Well, maybe, as I told you, I am from here, from San Luis Potosí. But to give more information, my family, well, not my parents. My parents are also from here, from San Luis. But my family, my grandparents are from different parts of Mexico. For example, Sinaloa, Michoacán, another city of here of San Luis, a place called Charcas. I think you know it. So yes, I have family in different parts of Mexico, okay? So that's my answer. I really want your answers, please, in the chat. Don't forget. So let's see. We eliminate that one. And I will spin it. And for the answer, I will give you some seconds to answer in the chat. Or if not, if it's not enough time, you can pause the video. Let's see. How old are you? Well, maybe this is a short answer, but remember, not just the number, with the complete expression. Just tell me, how old are you? I'll give you some seconds to answer, or you can pause the video. Okay? I think that's enough. Let's see another question. Let's spin. And now I like this question better. What food do you like? So in the comments, guys, please tell me your favorite food, your favorite dish, an experience with it, anything you want about food. I give you some time to answer. Okay? I think we can do this with 2 more questions. Where do you live? Another simple question. You can just tell me in the chat. This is a short question, so short answer in the chat, please. Okay, I think it's time for the last question. Yeah. Ooh, maybe not this one. Not this one. I don't want to know your phone. Let's choose another one. Now, this one is interesting. When is your birthday? This will be useful for me to say happy birthday to you in your birthday. So in the chat, please write when is your birthday, a complete date and everything, please. Okay, time to move on. Thanks for answering, guys. Please don't forget. Now, let's go back to the presentation. Let's move on to our next thing. Well, give me a second. I will be watching movies tonight. Oh, guys, well, basically, you know, I love watching movies. You know, I enjoy everything that has to do with cinema, going directly to the cinema, or maybe staying in my house with friends or family. Movies are great. And I wrote this because today I will be watching movies in the night, okay? Later, I will have some fun with my mom watching some horror movies. So please, here, stop the video and guess what topic will we be talking about in this class. Stop the video, guess, write it in the chat, okay? I give you some seconds. Okay? Thanks for your answers in the chat. So, let's see what we're talking about today. In order to understand the topic, I will explain a little bit about it to you guys, okay? And again, if you have any question, please write your questions in the chat, okay? I will answer everything you need. So, let's see, let's start. We are going to talk about something we are doing in the future, something that will happen in the future. Like in the other example, something that will happen tonight, okay? And guys, I know I'm saying a lot of will, of course. As we saw in previous classes, previous practices, will is a word that helps us indicate future, okay? When we use will, we talk about future, okay? So imagine that you want to go so much to the cinema and you haven't watched Spider-Man movie yet. Imagine that you haven't. How could you say that? That I want to watch that movie, that I do it in the future. How could you say that? Well, that's why here we have this little sentence, this little way of saying it. First of all, we need to identify who are we talking. If I am talking about me, of course, I use I because we are talking about I. Then we add the will, as I told you, to talk about the future. But we also need our little friend, as we saw in last classes. We need our little friend, the verb be, okay? And later, don't forget to the main verb, the action of the sentence, we need to add the ing. It's really important to add this. It's important because it's something that we will be doing in that moment in the future. And at the end, of course, our complement, in this case, is our loved Spider-Man movies. So as is something that we will be doing, is a positive sentence, okay? I will be watching Spider-Man movies. So it's something that will happen. So it's positive. Some seconds to copy. Again, it's a short time because you can also stop the video to copy. Okay, Let's move on. Oh, right there. Let's move on now to the negative one, okay? What happened, guys, when something won't be happening? What happened? When something that we are not doing. Basically, it's the same thing. But we change our auxiliary to negative form, okay? Like in the example, we want, remember we saw some classes ago that we can say will not, or we can say won't. Is both ways of saying the negative. So we won't be watching the Ring 4. In this case, why not? Because maybe my mom, it's scary for my mom, let's say. So we won't be watching. So that's why it's negative. It's something that is not happening, okay? Copy, please. Okay, finally, how can we ask someone about their future, about something that will be happening in the future? How can we do that? Basically, it's really easy. You need to exchange places. We ask first with the auxiliary, and then we use our subject, okay? The magical thing here is that the rest of the sentence stays the same. That is the exciting part. We don't need to change anything, okay? So we have, instead of saying you will, like in positive, now we say, will you, as a question, okay? And please, guys, don't forget to add the question mark at the end. Remember, it's just at the end, please. Again, some time to copy. Okay, so imagine you have here your friend with you and you ask him, hey, will you be watching Fast and Furious with me? It's a question, right? You are asking him about something in the future. Okay? Let's see. But now, a lot of information, but when do we use this tense? What do we need to express? What is it useful for me? Well, let's see. We have mainly 3 uses. To express a future action in a specific moment, like our sentences. I will be watching movies tonight, remember? Also, indicate that a specific action is interrupted by another action in the future. Like, for example, let's imagine that you will be watching movies. Yeah, I will be watching movies tonight. Meanwhile, my mom will be having dinner tonight. Okay, so it's 2 actions. And then number 3, things we suppose will happen in the future. But guys, let's not mix everything. We are just focusing in the number 1 for today, so don't worry. Today, we're just talking about expressing a future action. Like in this case, I will be listening to music, I will be cooking, I will be watching movies, okay? So don't worry. To have it even more clear, let's see some examples. Let me move myself over here because We don't want to miss our beloved Katy Perry, okay? So we have number 1. I will be traveling to the beach next month, okay? So it's something that will be happening in the future. So that's why I am saying that will happen. Number 2, I will be dancing Katy Perry songs tomorrow. That's interesting, right? Like in the Super Bowl, like her. It's something that will happen. I will be dancing, so yes. Then I have a question. A question. Now it's not I will, it's will I. Will I be eating with my mom in a restaurant today? It's a question. So look the change. And lastly, so sad, or last and sentence. I won't be going to Taylor Swift concert. I don't have my tickets, so I won't be going, okay? As you can see, it's our negative form, okay? So please, if you want to take notes about these examples, you can also do it in your notebooks, of course, and take some time, okay? You can stop the video also. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now in order to do our next activity, let's first watch this video. It's a short and easy interview, okay? Do you remember what we say is an interview? It's a way of asking people and answering them, okay? Let's see the example. Okay, so here we checked some examples. Some examples of interviews, okay? Basically, it's just question and answer, as easy as it sounds. So, this image is a more graphic way of representing an interview. As you can see in the image, is when we ask someone a question and the other person answer, okay? So it's just a circle, question and answer. But something really important, you can take notes of this too. How can we answer, guys? How can we answer? Let's check. Basically, how to answer. If someone asks us, will you be dancing High School Musical tonight? you can answer with yes or no, okay? Basically, yes, I will. No, I won't. These are the complete answers, the complete ways of answering, okay? So, really easy. In my case, yes, I will, because I love High School Musical. So, I will be dancing High School Musical songs tonight. Take notes of how to answer this type of question, guys, please. Okay, now really quickly, because we don't have a lot of time, let's go to our activity. Remember I told you it was just a preparation for our future class, okay? So you will write 5 questions for an interview, okay? To do an interview about anything you want to ask. But remember, we are talking about something in the future, so we have to respect the structure, okay? So 5 questions. For this, I really suggest you to stop the video because maybe you could take more time, okay? And we don't have right now the enough time to do it. So yes, 5 questions. Okay? Thank you for stopping the video. Let's continue with the activity. Now that you have the questions, please, I just ask you to write one, just one of the 5 that you wrote, just one in the comments, okay? Write it. Okay? If you didn't have enough time, please stop the video. So now it's time to work. You're going to stop the video here again and go ask your family, go interview your family, okay? Go with your mom and ask her. You need to write the question, you need to write the answers with the name of the person, okay? Like for example, mom, and you write what she answered, okay? This is the homework for the next presential class. So I want you to have the answers written as well as the questions. So this is a moment to stop the video. Okay? And guys, don't worry if you don't know how exactly to write them. If you have some mistakes with your pronunciation, it's okay. We just need to keep practicing because you are doing really, really well, okay? So don't worry about it. Now, to finish the class, we're almost time to go. We have this image, this beautiful Disneyland image. Just as a brief finished, I want you to write in the chat, of course, in English, guys, 5 things that you see in the picture. It could be anything. Things, people, places, anything you want. Describe colors, anything. Just 5 things you see in our image, okay? So please stop the video, go to the chat and do it. Okay, guys? Okay. Goodbye and see you next class. Please, please, please don't forget to bring your homework, your questions with the answer of your families, okay? And if you have any question, write it in the chat. See you the next presential class. Bye, guys.